Jest. Fali onaj vez, fali samo.
Okay. Novak, welcome back to the Australian Open. We just had an interview where they reminded you that 20 years ago it was your first time here. How does it feel to be back with 10 titles?
Yeah, it's a 20-year anniversary, I guess, this year, and it's a nice number of years that I've been coming to Australia, the place where I had the greatest Grand Slam success. Back in 2005, it was the first time I qualified for any Grand Slam and played Marat Safin on the center court. And it was a pretty quick match for me. He later on won the tournament, but it was a very unique experience that, allowed me to dream big and keep on believing that I can, one day win a slam. And 3 years later, I won my first slam on the same court. So just lovely memories. I always try to relive those moments, and it's a pleasure to be back.
Danish media here. In a couple of weeks, you're going to Denmark, to Copenhagen with the Davis Cup team to play Holger Rune and the other Danish player. It's obviously a very big deal in Denmark. We don't have any ATP tournaments, and you are coming, one of the world's biggest stars. How much do you look forward to going to Copenhagen and to play that Davis Cup tie against Denmark?
Well, I hope I'll be there. I mean, the plan is now I'm in the team, but because it's only a few days after Australian Open Finals, we have to see how I play here, how I feel. Hopefully I can be available to our captain. And play, and Holger and I get along very well, off the court. We played against each other quite a few times in different tournaments, and obviously great for Denmark sport and for Denmark tennis that Holger, is there and is doing well last few years, and it's climbing up the rankings and working his way to have even better career in the future. So he actually sent me a photo of the arena because he was playing with Ruud, one of the exhibition matches a few weeks ago. So once the draw came out, he was actually there training in the arena. So he sent me a photo and said, "We're waiting for you here in end of February or end of January, beginning of March." So that would be amazing, if we get a chance to face each other there.
Here from the First Serve. The new coaching partnership between Andy Murray and yourself took the tennis world by storm. What do you expect or see such an accomplished player and former rival bring to your game as a coach?
Well, it's a pleasure and honor to have Andy as a coach. I was thinking about the names that I would like to have, next to me for this season. And I wanted to have somebody that, won multiple slams, and the list is not that long. Somebody that really understands, what it means to win a slam, what it means to, face the adversity, the pressure, the expectations. And Andy just finished his playing career 6 months ago. So it was somewhat of a surprise for him when I called him. But I think his tennis IQ is very high. We all know that. He has done an incredible job, particularly after he got the surgery and his artificial hip, and winning tournaments after that, playing on challenger level, someone that is a legend of the sport, and just showing everyone what it means to be a champion in a real sense of that word. So he's really has inspired myself and a lot of people around the world. And I think that his unique perspective on my game is the fact that he has played me for, 25 years. His first time we faced each other, it was when we were 12 years old. So he knows the evolution of my game, I guess, the weaknesses and strengths of my game. He also knows the game, the tennis game of the biggest players in the world right now, because he has just recently retired as a player. So he was practicing and also playing against all the best guys in the world up to recently. So he's I guess up to speed with what's happening on the tour. So we're just still getting to know each other on the court. We spend 8 days in the preseason period, and now last 4 days here in Melbourne, and it gives me motivation, inspires me really to be spending time on the court, and we communicate a lot. We talk about a lot of different things. He's trying to understand me on different levels, speaking to other team members that know me better, and so he's very meticulous. He's very dedicated, professional. So so far I've been enjoying this collaboration. Yeah.
Hey, Novak, Jackson from Tennis Australia. You've obviously had so much success here, goes without saying. I'm going to ask one of those cliche questions, but if you had to pick one moment over your 20-year time here, what would be your best memory or your favourite memory here at Melbourne Park?
I guess the first time is always the most special one. So winning 2008, my first slam here, overall first slam in my career, and first slam here in Australia, and then probably the last slam I won here in 23. I mean, each win is special and unique in its own way. So it's kind of hard for me to pick, but if I have to, it would be the first and the last one.
From Channel 7.
No, sorry. Yes.
Ayush from Sportskida India. So you had a teenager last year in the first round, Dino. He was a tough opponent. He gave you a tough challenge. You are up against another teenager this year, Nishesh. Any comments on how do you see him as an opponent? And
Well, to be honest, I don't know much about him. I watched him play yesterday, actually, for the first time. I think he's playing semifinals of New Zealand tournament now. So, I saw that he's very quick. He's a very talented player. He's got great hands. He's very dynamic. He can, serve well his spots and just, very completed game overall. I mean, it's going to be his, I guess, first time in, main draw of the Grand Slam, wild card, playing on the center court. So, not much to lose. I'm sure that he is going to be really pumped to make a statement, and I have to obviously approach that match very seriously, like any other, and do my best to get a win, and also in the process enjoy the nice moment of sharing the court with him.
Ellen.
You talked about still kind of getting to know Andy now on a different level. I just wonder, is there anything in particular you've learned about him that's new, or anything that surprised you about Andy as a coach?
Well, I mean, we still are at the very beginning of the partnership as a coach-player. So we just spent 10, 12 days together, pre-season and here in Melbourne. We still haven't had any official match where he's coaching me, so that's going to be... I mean, last night when I played Sasha, it was interesting to see him in the coaching corner. Obviously, it was an exhibition, so not the same, but still there was that little bit of an introduction to that, to what's expecting us on Monday, to that feeling. So, and I actually, as a side note, I think it's great that Australian Open introduced the coaching box on the court, on the same level in the corner. I think it's great. That's where Andy and the coaching stuff will sit. So I'm excited to start a tournament with him. As I said a few minutes ago, there's a lot of communication about every shot in the game, my game, tactics, mental approach, communication on the court during matches, practice sessions. He's, daily spending quite a bit of time with other team members and trying to get synchronized with them. So far it has been only positive experience for me, to be honest. I'm very pleasantly surprised with his dedication and professionalism, you know, considering he's never had the experience of working as a tennis coach. But, you know, it comes natural to him. You know, his IQ generally, you know, and tennis IQ is very high. So he observes and speaks when, you know, when is most important. I think he understands the moment when he needs to say something and what to say and what to ask. And so far it has been great, really. So we, as I say, we've been trying to I guess blend in a best and most effective way, and so obviously doing it on the court in front of, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of people who are watching practice sessions as well is a good way for us to, I guess, prepare for the matches, and him to see how I react in some practice matches, and, you know. So yeah, look forward. Let's see what will happen. But, you know, I must say that at the beginning it was a bit of a strange feeling to be able to share, you know, the insights with him, not just about the game, but about how I feel about life in general, not in a negative way, and just in a way that I have never done that with him, because he was always one of my greatest rivals. So we were always kind of hiding things from each other, but now it's all cards are open on the table, and that's what he demands, and I am 100% supportive of that kind of communication method where you share everything, and so because that's the best way for him to understand you and to actually help you in whatever way he can.
We have time for one more, Ben.
Just wanted to ask about Riley Opelka, who I know you just played recently in Brisbane. I was talking to him, and he was actually saying that he would send him some messages while he was off the tour for quite a while, recovering, and just it meant a lot to him. So I'm just wondering about what made you want to reach out to him, and then also, I guess, your recent experience of him as an opponent.
I love Riley. I think he's such a great guy. I mean, I've actually appreciated a lot his support over the years. He's been saying a lot of nice things in the media about me, and giving support on social media, you know, when I was facing some difficulties. So I try to be supportive of him and the couple of years of the injury struggles that he had, and I love his personality and his interest for art and, you know, different things than just sports. So I don't appreciate him beating me in Brisbane, but you know, he just played an amazing match, and it was great to see him playing so well. I actually met him yesterday and asked him about his back, because apparently that's bothering him now. So not easy for a guy who is 6, 10, 11, you know, to play every single day. I guess that's a lot of I guess physical burden for him. So hopefully he can stay healthy and fit, because we all know that his serve is lethal, but I was very surprised with his movement and his game from back of the court. I think that's something that really surprised me and my team and everyone. It's just he was able to rally and play, you know, with a lot of depth and not making too many errors. So if he keeps going like that, he's super dangerous, like Isner was in his best days. You know, he can beat anybody on any surface. To be honest, you know, it's so much pressure to play somebody who has such a dominant serve.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just on the poisoning accusations.
There's another person coming.
Just on the poisoning accusations, is there anything?
No problem. 1 second. Yeah. Yes.
Do you have any evidence linking your high heavy metal blood levels to the food you were served in hotel detention 3 years ago?
Look, the GQ article came out online yesterday, and I think it's a February issue, so it's coming out in print version. I've done that interview many months ago, so I would appreciate not talking more in detail about that, as I would like to focus on the tennis and why I'm here. If you want to see what I've said and get more info on that, you can always revert to the article. Thank you. Thank you.